Idomeneo is Mozart's, it's not his first opera, but it's what I would call his first mature opera. They might think, oh, well, let's go to, the Marriage of Figaro or Don Giovanni or one of the other operas with Da Ponte, or I would prefer that because maybe this isn't ready yet. The thing is, Idomeneo is absolutely ready. His operas were, afterwards, some of them were different, but not one was better. It's not the work of a kid. It's the work of somebody who wanted to write opera for a long time and wrote a lot of operas to existing libretti, but finally got a commission from a really fantastic orchestra in a proper and good theatre to collaborate with a proper writer on a strong theme. So he put all of his love and energy into it. And he had been actually writing concert arias for 3 or 4 years before then to perfect the shape of the aria. So I think what we find in Idomeneo is really perfectly shaped dramatic arias, making the bigger shapes in 3 acts to tell a compelling story. His operas didn't get better. They were different, but none of them better. And there are some tunes in this opera that are simply unforgettable. I mean, quite a lot of them actually, as well as strong characters. So, no, this one is really ready for your attention. I guess if anybody was to ask me about the tunes that really stick out for me in Idomeneo, the first is Zeffiretti Lusinghieri, which is a very simple, rhapsodic song of a young woman who is in love and knows that she can never confess her love. So she confesses it to the breeze. I know it sounds a little bit silly, but I think we've all felt our hearts moved uncontrollably once in our lives. Maybe in a direction where we didn't want our hearts to go, but somehow, and we can't even recall making the decision to fall in love, but somehow we did. And I think it's perfectly recorded in this really, in this song of deep longing to be able to say, I love you. I will follow you anywhere. My heart's no longer mine. It's the most beautiful moment. And in contrast, also beautiful, are the utterances of Idomeneo, this tortured hero. He is a guy, he's just about to be lost at sea after 15 years away from home. And foolishly, as his boat is breaking up, he makes a vow to the sea god that he will sacrifice the first person he meets on the shore if he can only get to shore safely. Now, naturally, the gods being what they are, it's his son that he meets. And this guy, I think he's done some pretty bad things in war. Most people have. He's got a lot of guilt about him. He knows what he's done wrong. So he's you cannot fail to love people who know what they've done wrong and would do anything to put it right. And his 2 arias in Acts 1 and 2 are in different ways so expressive of the person he wants to be and how he feels trapped in being someone he isn't. So they're full of turmoil, but very, very beautiful and virtuosic. And for me, there's another character who is like Ilia, who sings the Zeffiretti Lusinghieri. She's an orphan. Like Ilia, her father, mother, her brothers and sisters are all gone. But she sings quite spiky arias because she's the kind of person that nobody loves, because, well, she's a spiky personality and she has strong desires and she's a child of war. So her arias are like war, except for one in the middle when you realize that she just would like to be loved. And she has this beautiful, tender, unsuspected aria. I mean, and usually when people are auditioning for this role, they look for somebody who's got a really feisty, edgy sort of voice, but they have to be able to sing this beautiful, lyrical moment. I have to say, what is going to make the most profound impact on you musically, I think, will be the extraordinary ensembles. There's a duet, a first love duet, and an extraordinary trio and quartet that no one else could have written, ever. Extended, beautiful, each one expressing themselves fully at the same time. And then the most heavenly choruses ever written by anyone. There's a chorus called Placido il Mar. I mean, it's like you've died and gone to heaven. It's so beautiful. It's so full of hope for another chance, another life. It's an embarkation for a new life. Oh, you know, my heart beats faster as soon as I hear it.